Subtum presidium confugimus, sancta Dei genitrix, nostras deprecationes ne dispicias in necessitatibus nostris, sed periclis cunctis libero nos semper, Virgo gloriosa et benedicta. Amen. Hey Internet, alrighty, so I got into St. Louis last night and hung out there this morning and left this afternoon. Today is Tuesday the 18th. If I'm keeping track right, 18th of July. All right, so oh man, so my friends Joe and Marie put me up at their house last night. Oh man, it was awesome. So they were just married a couple weeks ago, and they just bought the house a couple of weeks before that. And I was their first guest at their new house, so they were thrilled. Oh yeah, so Marie, she went all out and just decked out my room like a like a hotel room, and there was there were chocolates left on the nightstand, and the towels and the little travel shampoo, conditioner bottles and everything, and then a glass, and then an airline-sized bottle of Bacardi rum. It was perfect. We had a blast hanging out until the wee hours of the morning. I got there and they put some food in the microwave for me. It was like this breaded ravioli that is indigenous to the Little Italy in St. Louis and cannot be found anywhere else. I don't even remember what the stuff was called. It was good. Oh man. Dip it in like marinara sauce. Ooh. Anyway. And then my friend Joe, he was looking for any chance to get into his liquor cabinet and mix a few things. So anyway, he had some fun, and he whipped up some really good stuff. He had some liquors in there that I had never heard of before, but they were really good. Most notable. All right, so they went on their honeymoon down on the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, and they'd just gotten back like a week ago. So they had a bottle of this stuff called Stabenthun. So the story was they were sitting down at a bar in the resort, and they saw that, and he saw that sitting next to his favorite liqueur, and he asked the bartender what it was, and the bartender pulled it down, and he started explaining it. So apparently, well, I looked at the bottle, and it was and the ingredients listed were in Spanish: anís, miel, y mucho espíritu maya. So anise, honey, and a lot of Maya spirit. So apparently it's liquor that's distilled from this Stabenthun flower that is indigenous to the Yucatan Peninsula. And oh my gosh, this stuff was good. You don't want to drink too much of it. You don't want to have too much of it in one sitting. But it was tasty. Anyway, the thought hit me just now that I should have been recording all that in real time. But oh well, sorry, rookie mistake. Then again, I guess that means that I'm still in the habit, somewhat, of living in the moment and not capturing everything on video for the internet. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. What I was trying to get on video for y'all was the cathedral in St. Louis. That is spectacular. So not too far from the Gateway Arch, there's the old basilica. There's the old cathedral of St. Louis, and then they built a new one, and they started in construction finished in like the 1920s. But then all the decorations are mosaics, and the mosaics were not finished until like the
1960s or 70s or something like that. So it took decades. And so there are plenty of different styles of mosaic in there. There are like Italians, there are a couple Italian style mosaics, but mostly Byzantine style mosaics. And the architecture of the church is Byzantine, which thrilled me because I'm an aficionado of everything Byzantine, right? So I went to the cathedral for daily mass, for noon mass, and I was blown away. And spent a while, poking around the basilica, exploring all the different side chapels and everything. They have an All Saints chapel. They have an All Souls chapel where a former cardinal of St. Louis is interred. And then there's a special, spectacular chapel where they have the Blessed Sacrament, and then opposite that is a chapel for the Blessed Mother Mary. And all in all, it's fabulous. So I wanted to, record some video and take you guys around in there, but the lights were turned down so low that the picture just came out really, really dark. And so I was chatting with some of the people who work there, and I mentioned that, and they say, well, there are two reasons why we turn the lights down so low. And I say, really? Well, first of all, when all the lights are on, the electricity bill costs us $15 a minute. And I said, that makes sense. But second of all is it's meant to look like an authentic Byzantine church. Like back in DC a time or two, I went to the Greek Orthodox Cathedral, and it felt like exactly the same. And the domes and everything are almost exactly the same as Hagia Sophia in Istanbul or Constantinople. That's nobody's business but the Turks. Anyway, so it's meant to have the feel of an old Byzantine church, and the old Byzantine churches were darker because they didn't have natural lighting and so on. But still, watching the sunlight come in through the windows and play off of all the mosaics, I don't think that's something I could catch in a photograph or a video anyway. So it was really cool. Wish I could have shown it to you. Hopefully my description is worth something. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Nice having y'all along. God bless you all, and peace out.